Once upon a time, in a bustling city nestled between towering skyscrapers and busy streets, a renowned saint arrived to spread his wisdom through daily satsang. His reputation preceded him, and word quickly spread throughout the city that a divine presence had graced their midst. People from all walks of life, burdened by the struggles and challenges of their existence, flocked to the venue where the saint held his enlightening gatherings. On a sunny day, after the satsang had concluded and the crowd began to disperse, a man appeared amidst the throng of devotees. He carried with him a large basket filled to the brim with an assortment of delectable sweets. His eyes sparkled with joy, and a smile adorned his face as he approached the people, offering them the sumptuous treats. Curiosity piqued, the crowd gathered around the man, their eyes filled with wonder. They could sense an air of jubilation emanating from him, and they yearned to understand the cause of his happiness. "What has brought about this joyous celebration?" they inquired, their voices filled with anticipation. The man, his voice laced with excitement, replied, "I have experienced a profound transformation in my life. Previously, I carried a heavy burden of sadness and despair due to a grave problem that plagued me incessantly. But ever since I attended the satsang and immersed myself in the divine teachings of Sri Ramkatha, all my problems have magically vanished." His words hung in the air, and the crowd leaned in closer, eager to hear the details of his remarkable journey. "Tell us," they implored, "what did you receive that has brought such immense joy to your heart?" A gentle smile danced upon the man's lips as he answered, "It is not that I have gained something tangible. On the contrary, I have lost something precious." The crowd's brows furrowed in confusion. "Lost something?" they echoed, their gazes fixed on him. "Yes," the man affirmed, his eyes gleaming with intensity. "I have lost my horse." The murmurs of bewilderment rippled through the assembled crowd. They struggled to comprehend how losing a horse could be a cause for celebration and the distribution of sweets. Attempting to quell their confusion, the man continued, "You see, my horse was not an ordinary one. It possessed great value and was cherished by me deeply. However, it went missing, and that very loss has become the source of my unbridled happiness." The crowd exchanged puzzled glances, their faces reflecting a mixture of curiosity and skepticism. They approached the man, their voices filled with skepticism. "But how can losing a horse bring you joy? Surely such a loss would cause sorrow and despair." The man's eyes twinkled with mirth as he knelt before the saint, expressing his gratitude. "Dear saint, your divine words have illuminated the path of true understanding within me. Today, I have realized that losing my horse is symbolic of a far greater loss, the loss of my mind." A profound silence settled upon the gathering as the man's words hung in the air, carrying the weight of their significance. The saint, his countenance serene and compassionate, addressed the crowd, his voice resonating with wisdom. "Indeed, my dear friends," he began, "the satsang we have shared today has taken on a deeper meaning through this man's story. Allow me to explain. When I say I wish for all of you to lose your horses, I am not referring to the physical horses that roam the world. Instead, I speak of the mind, the fickle and wayward nature of our thoughts and emotions." The crowd listened intently, their hearts open to receive the saint's teachings. "The mind," the saint continued, "is like a wild horse, prone to restlessness and distraction. It gallops through the fields of desires, attachments, and worldly illusions, causing us endless suffering. However, if we can guide this fickle mind to lose itself in the divine name of God, if we can redirect its focus to the essence of our being, then true joy and liberation shall be our reward." Understanding began to dawn upon the listeners, and a sense of clarity washed over them. They realized that it was not the physical horse the man had lost, but rather the unbridled nature of his mind, which had been tamed and redirected towards a higher purpose. The saint's voice carried the weight of his realization as he concluded, "Let us not allow our minds to wander aimlessly in the realm of worldly attachments and illusions. Instead, let us harness the power of our thoughts and emotions, channeling them towards the divine. By losing our fickle minds in the name of God, we can transcend the sorrows and struggles of the world, embracing a life of true joy and spiritual fulfillment. The crowd absorbed the saint's words, their hearts resonating with newfound understanding. They recognized the significance of redirecting their thoughts and emotions, relinquishing the grip of worldly distractions, and finding solace in the divine. From that day forward, the city dwellers approached their lives with renewed purpose. They began to cultivate a practice of mindfulness, consciously observing their thoughts and emotions, and gently guiding them towards the realm of the sacred. The teachings of the saint echoed through the streets, weaving their way into the fabric of daily existence. People embarked on a journey of self-discovery, exploring various spiritual practices to quieten their restless minds. Some found solace in meditation, sitting in stillness as they delved deep into the recesses of their consciousness. Others sought refuge in prayer, surrendering their worries and fears to the divine presence they believed permeated the universe. And some discovered the transformative power of chanting, their voices rising in unison, carrying the vibrations of sacred mantras that washed away the turbulence of their minds. As the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, the city underwent a subtle but profound transformation. It began to exude an aura of peace and contentment, as the people, once plagued by the burdens of their daily lives, now found solace in the divinity that resided within. The man who had lost his horse became a symbol of inspiration for the entire community. His story spread far and wide, touching the hearts of those who yearned for a deeper connection with the transcendent. People traveled from distant lands to hear the saint's teachings and witness the transformative power of losing one's horse. The saint, humbled by the impact of his words, continued to guide the seekers on their spiritual journey. He delved deeper into the mysteries of existence, unraveling the intricacies of the mind and its connection to the divine. His satsangs became a sanctuary for those seeking solace, wisdom, and a respite from the chaos of the world. Under the saint's guidance, the city flourished not only in material wealth, but also in spiritual abundance. The once bustling streets now reverberated with the sound of prayer and contemplation. Temples and meditation centers emerged, providing spaces for the community to gather and nurture their spiritual growth. The city became a beacon of light, attracting seekers from far and wide who longed to experience the profound teachings of the saint. Generations passed, and the story of the man who lost his horse became etched in the city's collective memory. It served as a reminder that true happiness could be found by redirecting the mind's fickle nature towards the divine. The people embraced this wisdom, passing it down through the ages, ensuring that the legacy of the saint and his transformative teachings endured. And so the city continued to thrive, its inhabitants forever grateful for the saint's arrival and the profound impact he had on their lives. The tale of the man who lost his horse remained a testament to the power of losing oneself in the name of God, a reminder that true joy and liberation lay not in the pursuit of worldly desires, but in the surrender to the sacred essence within. And as the sun set on the city, casting a golden glow across its tranquil streets, the people found solace in the knowledge that they had discovered the path to lasting happiness, a path that began with losing their horses and ended with finding their souls.